Okay, so we're going to start right away with the ball. And this is kind of a fun one because we're going to be working single side work. When we work single side work, it helps to bring balance to the body, but then also it's going to get the core muscles a little bit more active. So you're going to come over the top of your ball, keeping your knees on the ground. And this left hand, let's just say, is going to just kind of stay on the ball like this. My right arm is going to shoot out and then wide, and then pull my elbow, squeeze it into my side, reach out, wide, squeeze into my side. So I'm kind of doing like a Y, T, W, but only on one side of my body. Okay. Yeah, all right, good. Go ahead and start there. You're just kind of moving slow, looking down at the floor. Keeping those abs on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just switch arms. Here we go. Just sliding through those 3 positions. Staying on your ball. Relax neck, looking at the floor. And 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, next one we're going to go into a side crunch. So I'll just kind of kneel right next to my ball, then I just like let my hip come over, and I really try to put my top foot down into the ground. Sometimes you have to like push it up against some furniture or a wall just so you don't slide away. This bottom knee will keep you in place. We're going to lengthen over the ball, crunch up. Good. It is definitely work to stay on top of this ball. Yeah, so if the ball is not working for you, you can stay in this position and side crunch like this. Good. I like that you guys move that ball up against something or that foot up against something. 2, 1, and switch sides. So ball or no ball. If that ball is just being a nuisance, just get rid of it and keep working into that top oblique. Ready, begin. Yeah, looking good. Just finding those little adjustments to make this work for you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to use our ball once again over the side of the body. So to make this a little bit harder on the core, we can try to not actually have any contact with the hands on the floor, and they would just stay on the ball like this. If you're feeling really unstable, then just put one hand on the floor, no problem. What we're going to do here is work from this side hip in a large rainbow-like motion. So we're going to come up and back, up and forward. And so we're really lifting that leg about hip height, reaching behind us, reaching in front of us, keeping that leg nice and long. And we're really trying to minimize any kind of motion happening in that upper body, upper torso. So our ball stays as still as we can. Nice job. And just moving slow. Legs should be starting to feel kind of heavy. So keep using those bigger muscles of those glutes, right? Those are our powerhouse muscles. 2, 1, and we'll switch sides. Hand on the ground, or just keep those hands on the ball to make it a little bit harder. Here we go. Looking great, guys. Way to keep that leg up there. Trying to get hip height. It's a lot of work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Okay, we're going to go back to our work with the upper body. So last time we were moving in a Y, T, W, one arm. This time what we're going to do, we're going to do Y, T, W, then the other side, Y, T, W, and keep alternating. Okay, so coming over the top of the ball. Knees will stay on the ground. Begin when you're ready. So you're just looking down at the ground, moving one arm at a time through these positions. Looking good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Into our oblique work, we've either got the ball here underneath the hip, which you can put the ball up against something, or you can put your foot up against something. So it just kind of stabilizes you here on the ball. Or I think what worked pretty well for everybody last time too is we're just here. So really do try to keep this one leg straight. Okay, lengthen, anchor, here we go. So crunching, as if you're crunching over the ball, come back up. Over the ball, come back up. Catherine, you're going the wrong direction. So you're going towards this leg. I want you to go the other way, like you're going over the ball. Yeah. Staying very tight through the core here. Both obliques are activating. We're specifically working this one that's along the long leg. 2, 1, switch. Okay, now we've switched over. We got our leg extended. Anchor this knee down. Core stays on. Begin when you're ready. This should be more core than legs. If you're feeling like your legs are just working so hard to keep you in place, usually that's a sign just get rid of the ball. Do what I'm doing. This is a perfectly fine alternative. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, good. Now we're going to go back to our leg rainbow position. Nice big range of motion while also stabilizing on the ball. So we still have core work here. Forward and back. And we're just moving slow. The core is on. So I'm going to get a little sloppy here. See how much I'm moving my ball around? So I'm creating, by stabilizing and not moving around, creating a lot more work for the core. So it's doing its job. It's stabilizing. This is what we need our core to be very good at. And then, of course, we're working really hard here in those powerhouse muscles, the glutes, the hip. just working with gravity, and that's enough here. And 3, 2, 1, switch. Okay, stable on the ball. Move the leg when you're ready. The longer your leg, the harder it is. So Gary, you're doing a great job. You got long legs over there. You're doing great. Rely on your core strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. End of round 2. Let's take a little water break if you need it. Any questions coming up, concerns, any adjustments that need to be made? Challenging, but okay. All right. Not hurting anything, right? Okay. Good. All right, let's go back to our alternating posture work. So that's that Y, T, W, Y, T, W. When you're in your W, you're squeezing your elbow into your side, okay? So that's very active right there. Squeeze in, don't just hang out wide. All right, ready? Keep those knees on the ground and begin. Ten seconds left. Feeling those back muscles. A little bit of muscles behind the arms, back to the shoulders, abs. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, back to our side oblique crunch. Honestly, some days it is easy for me, I think because I have the right pants on. If I have the wrong pants on, I slide away. Okay, so it's totally fine if today the ball does not work, and the alternative would be to go here, where you're going to crunch as if you have an imaginary ball, and come back. If you want to get off this knee, it can really just be super similar. You're just going to crunch to one side here. Okay, and then you would switch over with the rest of us. All right, ready and begin. All about bracing the core, specifically working into one oblique. It kind of stretches and contracts. The other side is active. It's not like we're all soft and squishy over here, right? Like our entire core is on, but we want to focus our work into this oblique, this side. I call it the love handle, right? If that helps you kind of isolate a little bit more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Begin when you're ready. So now feeling the other oblique. It stretches, it contracts. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, I do want to give an alternative to our rainbow leg. Well, first of all, we don't have to use the ball. You could be here and get rid of the ball. That's one. Or come up to standing and you can just kind of do rainbow from here. Okay, a little bit more balance work for the balancing leg, but you're still going to get some really good hip work in standing position. Okay, so I want to just give you those options and stay off the knees if you need to. All right, ready and begin. Good. Nice adjustments. And we still keep that core active. So whether you're standing, whether you have the ball or not, keeping that core working for you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. And just begin whenever you're ready. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done with this sequence. Well done. All right, guys, if you need some water, definitely take a little bit of water. I want just to give a little bit of recovery time. Our next set, again, is going to be with the ball. And again, it's going to be optional too, so you don't need to use the ball. I'll be demonstrating with it, and then I can also demonstrate without it. So first off, we're going to go into an overhead squat. So the overhead squat is really meant to be a little bit more of a back exercise. Right, so as odd as that sounds, what we're doing is we're kind of working into that mid-back to strengthen that mid-back for better posture. Right, so we still need abs on. It's okay if you feel a little bit more back activation. If we're going to really advance this, we're going to keep the ball overhead like this, and that ball needs to stay up towards the ceiling the whole time. Okay, so this is just kind of giving our body the cue of where we are in space. If that ball is a little too triggering for your neck, you can do this without a ball, fingertips face up towards the ceiling. If this just does not feel good in your body, take your hands here instead and squat, okay? You can use a weight, I guess. Sure. Yeah, really light weights. Okay, ready and begin. Moving slow. Imagine you have a headlight on your chest. That headlight is facing forward. You might not be able to go in quite as deep of a squat, which is okay. Keep those abs active. And this is where we want to really make sure our knees don't pass our toes. So I am keeping an eye on that. Gary, could you turn sideways to me? I want to make sure I'm able to see your knees okay. Those look good, Catherine. Good, Kim. Well done, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We got more oblique work. We're going to come over the top of the ball in a side plank. So one hand is going to connect to the floor. We're going to move that shoulder right over that hand, both legs out like this. And then I want you to imagine that you're going to use this bottom oblique to lift you as far off that ball as you possibly can. I still have contact with the ball, you will too, that's okay, but it's just trying to create as much space between you and the ball. And we're holding. Strong bottom shoulder, okay, pushing into the ground, feeling very strong here, and open and breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch over. Good work. Okay, placement of that hand, packed bottom shoulder, open it up, now lift away from that ball, try to keep lifting away from the ball in this hold. Staying active through the core, specifically this bottom oblique, trying to move away from the ball as if it's hot. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Now we're going to lay down on your back and your heels are going to go on top of the ball. We're going to go into straight legs. Okay, so heels are directly on top of the ball. What we'll do here is we're going to leverage by pushing down on the ball. So push your heels down onto the ball, then squeeze those glutes and bridge up. A good squeeze of the glutes, kind of squeeze those legs together, and then we'll come back down, release. And again, leverage down on those heels, squeeze the glutes to the top, lower back down, fully release. And we'll repeat. Here we go, timer's on. And I just really want you to feel how to create this activation, create the work in those muscles, create that full 110% squeeze of the cheeks, and then you come down and 110% release of the cheeks. Okay, so both of them are equally as important in this exercise. Full contraction, full release. Make sure this work is in those glutes and not the low back. If you feel like your knees need a little bit more support, like if they're straining, just bring that ball closer to those knees, okay, so they get a little bit more support. 3, 2, 1, and done there. First round down. All right, we'll go back to our overhead squat. If you're using the ball, it's a little bit more advanced. So keeping our head light up under our chest, fingertips reaching to the ceiling. Begin those squats when you're ready. Okay, a little extra weight into those heels just to make sure our knees are happy. When we push those knees past our toes, sometimes that's just a lot of pressure on those knees and that can cause pain. So that's why I'm just cueing that, making sure that those knees stay back, weight back in your heels so we have great alignment. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So good. And back to our oblique work. Side plank over the ball. Good. Strong bottom shoulder. Ready, and we lift off. Doing great. Notice that both of my feet are on the floor. Okay, so I did not stack my feet because this is already a balance challenge. I've taken them wide. 2, 1, switch sides. Okay, so when you have both your feet on the floor and the wider they are, the more of a stable base you're giving yourself. Okay, my feet are wide. I'm directly over my shoulder. Over my hand. My shoulder is over my hand. And then I feel like I can really plant down through both feet and my hand to then lift my hip. Okay, so it's all about where you're able to have those 3 points on the floor. And then the strength comes from the center. Keep breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Straight leg bridge using the ball. If you do not want to use the ball for whatever reason, you can just go into a regular bridge like this. But using this ball with straight legs, it's just going to work our hamstrings and glutes a little differently, so just kind of changing that up for the body. Leverage down. By pushing down into the ball, we can activate those glutes. We squeeze, hold for a moment to fully squeeze, and then all the way down, fully release. Move at your own pace here. If you want a little more core activation, try taking your forearms or your entire arms off the ground. And just notice that it's a little more work to stay stable. So if that's fun for you, go for it. If you just want to be able to concentrate on leveraging and isolating into the glutes, just keep those arms down. And 2, 1, and rest. And we can take our water break. You guys are looking good. Gary, would you like to ditch the ball on that side plank and just do a regular side plank? Yeah, okay, great. All right, looks like we are coming back. So again, grab that ball if you'd like to have a little bit more of an advanced overhead squat. And begin when you're ready. So at any time, you can drop the ball and just try to keep those arms up. So arms, somewhat by your ears, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Paying attention to your body. There should be a lot of work happening through the core area. So abs and mid-back, as I mentioned. Making sure you're able to breathe here. Try to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. I know that you're, holding those arms up and the ball up. Ball doesn't weigh all that much, but it can feel like it's quite a bit into this third round. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Side planks. So I just wanted to demonstrate side plank without the ball in case you wanted to go there. I think it's a little bit more advanced. So you can keep the bottom knee down or a full side plank. I am more comfortable in my elbow this way. Otherwise, we use the ball again. Plant those 3 points, both feet, one hand, and we lift. Just imagine that this ball is hot. We're trying to keep as lifted as we can. Ten seconds. Okay, we're staying out of pain. Do not push through pain to try to stay in here. It's not worth it. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Last time, last side. Right, listening to your body. If this is not a good fit, just go into a stretch, no problem. All right, ready, and we're on 30 seconds. You're breathing, isolating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the last one of the sequence. You guys are looking good. Let's go into our straight leg bridge. All right, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Focus on these glutes. Ready, begin. Bridge up. A good squeeze down to release. Move at your own pace. Looking good. Some of you have your arms up. Nice. A little extra challenge. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done with another sequence. Nice work. Take that breather. Go into a stretch or grab some water. I don't think we'll be using our hand weights after all. Hope you guys are okay with that. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going on with the ball. Okay, so this one here, I've gotten some mixed reviews on its effectiveness. So I think sometimes it just comes down to my cueing abilities, okay? So I'm going to try my best. So this is a great way to go into a crunch where you can really control how much you can put into your own resistance. And so sitting on your heels like this, for some that's not very comfortable, so you'll need to come up off the heels. But essentially what you're trying to do is get pressure on both sides of this ball. So I've got my legs on the underside, my elbows on top. Okay, so just kind of trying to get yourself into this position first. And if it's this way, where the ball is just like resting on the floor a little bit and you're off the heels, totally fine. All right, I want you to think of angry cat, right? So that's where we round like this. So you're creating a little bit of a pelvic tuck, your abs engaged, they pull back towards your spine, and you're gonna hollow out, exhale, and you're gonna try to press your elbows into your belly button. Inhale, release. Okay, elbows into your belly button, angry cat. And then release once you run out of air, basically, okay? All right, so let's just kind of give this a full go. Just breathing, for that full exhale, full inhale, right? Just a few reps here, 40 seconds on the clock, we're on. Try to still keep your neck long, so you're actually pushing your shoulders down away from your ears, not up into your ears. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, can I get a thumbs up or a thumbs down on how you feel about that one? Thumbs up, and a thumbs down. Okay, all right, so when we come back, not a problem. If this doesn't work for you, that's what I mean. I get mixed reviews all the time, so I'll give you something else to work on for next round. All right, next one though, I really do like this one. I feel like it gets a really hard to tone under area of the arm very, very well. So kneeling, we are doing a lot of kneeling. Maybe you need to get some padding underneath your knees if that's a little too much. In with a fist, pinky side down, straight arm, you're going to press down into that ball. Okay, so just down, exhale, inhale, release. Okay, and we're just kind of moving through these reps nice and slow. Good pressure, activating under the arm and along the side of the back by pushing your shoulder down towards your hip. Okay, so this is really where the work is coming from. It's coming from the shoulder, not from the arm. Okay, shoulder packs down. Yeah, you guys look great. 2, 1, and switch. Same thing, work comes from packing the shoulder down into the body. Press with the exhale, inhale, release. And 3, 2, 1. Good. On your back, we're going to put the ball between the knees. So you could even just keep your feet on the floor. And I guess here, it's more between my calf muscles. So if this is comfortable for you, let's stay here. This would be more advanced, is to pick it up here, okay? All right, so feel like you have a good grip on your ball. I'm going to keep my feet planted down, my low back pressing to the floor, so my abs are on a little bit, and we're going to squeeze, inner thighs, release. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. All right, our abs do stay on the whole time, keeping that low back on the floor, but those inner thighs are really working 110%. Squeeze, 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 inhale, release. Okay, and this should not be painful, right? We're not accidentally twisting on the knees. Adjust, get yourself in a comfortable position so you're not working through pain at all, and just feeling how much work you can create for yourself, how much strength you have behind this exercise. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Very good. Okay, back to abs. All right, so if that very first exercise is just not a good fit, which is this one, then maybe move into ball crunches. And if you just don't want to use the ball at all, just do crunches on the floor or sit up if you'd like, okay? All right, get yourself in position and begin. Yeah, we all took a very different approach, which is great, right? You're just personalizing for yourself, finding out what works best for your body. As long as you are feeling those abs, strengthening those abs, then I am happy with what you're doing. If you're with me, you're thinking of driving those elbows down towards your belly button or down towards your thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, arm work. We're kneeling next to our ball, hand in a fist, pack down. Inhale, release. So we keep our thumb up top on purpose. This kind of helps to rotate those shoulders open, right? Because we want to be practicing this in really good posture. So our posture is tall, our neck is relaxed, shoulders are open. 2, 1, switch sides. Begin when you're ready. So you start with setting that posture first, then create the work. A little bit of core engagement, a little bit of glute engagement. Good. Being able to just breathe normally though. 3, 2, 1. Very good. And we're back to our inner thigh squeeze. You're just having a really good grip on that ball. Feel like your legs can really hold it. Then you're gonna nuzzle that low back into the floor by just engaging the abs, maybe a little pelvic tuck. And with the exhale, we squeeze. Inhale, release. Hold that squeeze for that full exhale. I want you to feel like you're emptying out full contraction of the core, right? So we're getting that core to also engage very deeply with these inner thigh muscles. And what that does is it's great for the pelvic floor and those lower abs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We have one more round. How are you guys doing with needing a water break? Take one real quick. Okay. Yeah, if you need it, take it, and then we're going to come back to our abs. So we have our variety of how we're going to work our abs. We've either got the squeezing down on the ball, we've got crunches on the floor, we've got crunches on the ball, whatever's going to be a great fit for you. So I'll let you just come back when you're ready, setting up for the exercise that's best for you. Starting in 2, 1, begin. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Arm work. This time, I'm going to have us just hold the press for a full 30 seconds, okay? A little extra work, but it's really important that we can still keep this shoulder packed down, okay? Into 1, press. So we maintain our open chest. We keep pressing down on that ball. Keep lengthening up to the top of your head with core support. So that's abs and glutes working together. Keep this shoulder down and open. So as we get tired, sometimes we'll roll forward. So just really watching that. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, other side. Set the posture, ready, and press. Good posture, everyone. Just looking straight forward. Lengthen through the top of your head. Keep active. Three, 2, 1. And our very last one is our inner thigh squeeze, and we'll do the same thing. We're just going to now maintain that squeeze for the full 30 seconds. Your breathing will still be in hollow out exhales, and then you can take an inhale, but you're still staying contracted and turned on, okay? All right, feet down, low back down, and squeeze. So inner thighs definitely stay on the entire time. Your abs are going to stay on the entire time, but you're still able to breathe and inhale and use your diaphragm. Okay, so we're not going to go into shallow breathing here. And I still want you to fully exhale. Inhale into the diaphragm. Then exhale. Squeeze. Feel those legs really working, wrapping around that ball. 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice job. All right, let's let this ball roll away. We are done with it. Then we're going to lengthen out on your floor, so just take up some space. Wide arms, wide legs, relaxed neck. And let's go into our minute of breathing. So this is our restorative breathing. We're slowing down our breathing on purpose and really just focusing on it. So we're tuning in to how we're oxygenating the body, how we're releasing and relaxing the muscles. Into a minute of practicing gratitude. Great work there. Do take some time to stretch if you need it, some foam rolling if you need it. Great work working with this ball. You got a lot of extra core and balance work in today. I'm sure you could feel that.